Welcome to the online learning by the Green Building Council of Australia. This module is an introduction to Green Star for the Sunshine Coast Public University Hospital. In 2011, there were around 9.3 million admissions in hospitals around Australia. That is almost half the Australian population. Chances are that you or someone close to you will spend time in a hospital next year. It could be your parents, your husband, wife, or even your kids. What kind of hospital would you want them to be in? This short video provides an overview of what Green Star design and as-built means, the basics of Green Star certification process, and shares some of the ways in which a greener hospital is better for patients, visitors, staff, and owners. So what are the benefits? Green Star Healthcare version 1 rating tool is designed to help make our hospitals better places to be, more efficient to run, more comfortable for staff and patients, and better healing spaces. The Sunshine Coast Public University Hospital will be more efficient with things like energy, water, and waste. It will be more comfortable for staff and patients, and it will provide patient areas that support better healing. The Green Star Healthcare version 1 rating tool provides a range of ways in which we can encourage a greener and healthier hospital design, and it provides recognition for achieving this through Green Star certification. Greener hospitals provide a range of things that make life better for patients. For example, there is evidence from hospitals all around the world showing that wards with good daylight and a view to a garden can help patients heal faster. Depressed patients put in sunny rooms can recover up to 15 times faster. Patients in sunlit rooms have been known to reduce their length of stay by up to 41%, and even surgery patients recovering faster. Patients feel calmer, more at ease, and more comfortable. Rather than having to deal with uncomfortable or stressful conditions, the body can put more effort into healing. Hospitals can also have an impact on how visitors feel. Not only are we visiting a loved one who may be very ill, we're also being affected by how the hospital is designed. And as visitors, we are part of the patient's healing process. If the building can help us feel comfortable and more at ease, this will also benefit the patient. Green Star Healthcare addresses a number of things that can lead to improved patient and visitor well-being, such as reduced patient and visitor stress, healthier internal environments, fewer pollutants, improved patient recovery rates, less pain medication used, better patient and visitor satisfaction rates, reduced secondary infections. Working in a hospital can be a very stressful and demanding job. Staff are often working under very busy workloads on long shifts, and the quality of space they work in has a fundamental impact on their own well-being. Much like the patients, the staff's well-being can be improved through the way we design and operate the hospital. There is evidence from all over the world showing that a greener hospital can contribute to reduced staff stress, improved work performance, improved productivity, higher retention rate, healthier work environment. This all leads to better outcomes for patients as well. Hospitals are among Australia's most complex and most energy-intensive facilities. They typically use at least twice as much energy per square metre as a commercial office building, and they also use 6 times as much water. By reducing the running costs of the hospital, the owners can afford better equipment and more staff. Green Star Healthcare addresses a number of things that can lead to improved owner outcomes. These are reduced resource consumption, including water, gas, energy, and materials. Ability to reduce running costs to stay within budgets. Better waste management capability. Greater durability, flexibility, and adaptability. Competitive edge to attract clients. Lower maintenance during its lifetime. Better perception within the marketplace. A more valuable asset for hospital owners. Green Star Healthcare assesses 9 impact categories. These are management, indoor environment quality, energy, transport, water, materials, land use and ecology, emissions, and innovation. These categories will be addressed later in detailed individual short models. To achieve many of these outcomes, we need to adopt green design principles. These are outcomes that can be achieved through the way we design, build, and operate the hospital. Increased daylight, rooms with views to landscape, more fresh air, better quality ventilation systems, connection with nature, places of respite, and increased use of natural materials with fewer pollutants. These are primary design principles. There are many more detailed things we can do to make a hospital or a building in general more sustainable. A Green Star project can achieve two types of certification: a design rating based on the building design, an as-built rating which assesses the construction of a building. A project can seek a design rating on its own, an as-built rating on its own, or both. The Sunshine Coast Public University Hospital project is seeking both a design rating and an as-built rating. Design certification requires checking the accuracy and direction of the design, making sure the contract is set up properly, and defining the obligations. A Green Star certification is based on the project's for-tender or for-construction documentation only. Most of this documentation is provided by the design team and the client and does not require input from subcontractors or suppliers. The project is constructed based on the Green Star design documentation. The documentation must be followed accurately. Proposed changes to the design must meet the Green Star requirements of the contract. Sunshine Coast Public University Hospital is aiming to achieve a 4-star Green Star rating, which represents best practice. This is based on the Green Building Council of Australia's Green Star rating system. Green Star design submission documentation is gathered during the design and tender period. Green Star as-built submission documentation is supplied by the subcontractors, but some design documentation is used. A Green Star as-built rating confirms the project delivered has met the Green Star requirements. This includes the construction, material selection, and how it was commissioned. Specific documentation is required by the head contractor, who will use this to have the project assessed and certified by a panel of certified assessors. This audit and rating process is called the certification process. There are 2 rounds of assessment. Round 1 contains all project information required in order to claim the desired Green Star points. Round 2 only contains information that requires clarification or improvement based on the Round 1 assessment. For as-built, you'll always be required to provide documentation for Round 1, and may at times are required to provide additional clarification for Round 2. You have a good chance of avoiding the need to provide anything for Round 2 if you follow the Green Star instructions carefully when carrying out your work and submitting your documentation. As a subcontractor, the first step is to closely follow the contract documentation. The client will organise your paperwork to satisfy the Green Star submission format and will send this to GBCA for assessment as the Round 1 submission. The Round 1 submission is then assessed by a GBCA assessment panel, which consists of industry professionals who are highly familiar and skilled with the Green Star rating tools. The assessor's job is to audit your documentation against the requirements of the Green Star Healthcare Technical Manual and identify any areas that are incorrect or unclear. They then send back the Round 1 assessment results, which become the requirements for the Round 2 submission. Changes against the contract need to demonstrate that the substitute achieves the required Green Star outcome. Specific documentation may be required before it is approved for use on site. Any changes against the Green Star requirements may put the project's Green Star certification at risk. Always check with a nominated Green Star accredited professional or site supervisor. Keep good records of what you purchase and what you install as you do it. It's good practice to keep all documentation on file as you work. Things like proof of purchase, cart notes, delivery dockets, product data sheets, and even brochures. If you're not sure, keep it all. Keep contact details for each manufacturer and supplier in case someone needs to contact them later on. You can never have too much documentation, but if you don't have the right information, you put the Green Star rating at risk, so if in doubt, keep it. We're proud to welcome you to what will be one of Australia's healthiest and most efficient hospitals. We're proud to have you help us build it. And the patients and staff will thank you too when they know their hospital has been built with their wellbeing in mind. The next modules will take you through some healthcare specific areas in each of the Green Star Healthcare version 1 rating tool categories. For questions regarding Green Star, please contact the site supervisor or Green Star accredited professional, Jeremy Mansfield or Quinton Jackson. Thank you.